So, welcome to my channel. My name is Ranjan Das, and in this particular series, you will learn about Python programming from beginning to end. Friends, we know that programming language is used to develop different types of softwares or applications, and there are different types of programming languages are there. But nowadays, Python is the most popular programming language in the world. So we should know why somebody should know Python. The first thing is that, like you know, anybody or any type of application can be developed by Python. That may be standalone application, that may be web-based application, that may be mobile application or games. Any type of application you can develop. And the most importantly, Python is preferred in the areas like data science, machine learning, artificial intelligence, image processing, Internet of Things, etc. As you know, data science, machine learning, these are the demanded areas in industry right now. And Python is the most suitable programming language in the world. These are some top level MNCs or companies, they use Python. Like Google, YouTube, Instagram, Dropbox, Facebook, NASA, so many companies they use Python for their development. So these are some basic features of Python. Like Python is a simple language. Simple means the instructions are very easy to understand. It's open source. Open source means Python source code you can see, and you can also edit the source code. If you are able to edit the source code, then that is called as open source. And it's a very high level language. So what is the meaning of very high level? Very high level means the Python instructions are just like your English language sentences. You can see one example I'm giving here. I am using actually here a Jupyter notebook. Later I will tell you about that. But see, I'm writing H in hello. This looks like an English sentence, but it's a Python instruction. Okay. So as I told that the instructions are very, very simple and easy to understand, and also it is called as very high level. The next is like dynamically typed. So what is the meaning of dynamic typing? Dynamic typing means what? Whenever you are creating a variable, you don't need to use the data types. Normally what happens if you use like the language like C, C++ or Java, you're writing like int a equal to 10, then float like b equal to 2.5. In that way the data type is mandatory, but in Python it is not required. How? I'll write here a equal to 10, it's an integer. How to know that? You just use a function type a, it's an integer. So here a is integer. I write a equal to 2.5, it's float. I'll write here, let's say a equal to hello. So this type of called a string, like type of a, it's a string. You see, so according to the value, the data type changes. Such concept is called as dynamic typing. Okay, so you don't need to write create the data types. Okay, the next is like platform independent. This is also one of the feature of Python. Platform independent means platform means the operating system and processor of a computer. In this world, there are billions of computers with with different types of platforms. So if you write a Python program in one computer, then that can run on any machine in the world, any computer in the world, any platform in the world. That is called as platform independent. And procedure and object oriented. The next feature is procedure oriented programming and object oriented programming are two approaches to develop an application. If you want to develop an application by using C language, then your approach will be procedure oriented programming. In Java, if you want to develop the same application in Java, your approach will be object oriented programming. But if you develop in Python, you can use both of them. So Python is more flexible. The next feature is like faster software development. Faster software development means if you write less code, the time will be saved. The software development is faster. And if in Python, you are writing less number of code. If in other language you are writing 100 lines, in Python, 10 lines can do that. That's why faster software development. The last part, one of the most important part, is like huge third-party library support. Like in a college, we have a library. There are several books are there from different branches for different classes. Suppose a mechanical students want to solve his assignment, they can go to the library. They can access a book from mechanical section. Suppose a computer science student wants to solve his assignment, he can go to the library and he can bring a book from the computer science section to solve his assignment. So the library fulfills the requirement of different users. Similarly, Python also has a library where lakhs of packages are there. Like you can compare the package like a book. Suppose I want to develop a machine learning application. So I have to bring the package for machine learning. Suppose somebody want to do a application on cryptography. So he can bring a package for cryptography. Suppose somebody wants to develop a website. So he can bring the package from the library to develop a website. So there are lakhs of packages are available to support different types of applications. So let us know one of the, this is the let's know why the name is Python is given. Is it a snake? Is Python is related to snake? No. So Python was developed by Guido van Rossum at Centrum Wiskunde and Informatica in Netherlands. You can see he's the person who developed Python. At least we should know who is the developer of Python. And why the name is Python? Guido van Rossum was a big fan of a program called as Monty Python's Flying Circus. This program was coming to on the channel BBC channel, and Guido was very big fan of this show. So in the name of Monty Python, he named his language as Python. So Python is no way related to any kind of snakes or anything. Regarding the versions, if I will tell, the Python 1.0 was released in 1994, then 2.0 in October 16, 2000, 3.0 is in December 3, 2008. So if you'll ask me which version to use, I will suggest you that we should go for Python 3.0. 3.0 has a series 3.1, 3.2, 3.7 like that. Right now, latest version is 3.8. And whether we should, the thing is that Python 3.0 has no backward compatibility towards Python 2.0. Okay, the Python 2.0 we should not use. We should use Python 3.0. This is the future of Python. So let us compare. Let us do why is Python is so much popular, or why I'm telling that Python is simple. Let's know. This is a small C program to display hello. Has include std.h main, then printf hello. The output will be hello. Okay. If you write such code, then you get the output as hello. This is a small C++ program. The output is same, but you have to write such things: hash include stream, namespace std, int main, cout hello. Okay, such lines of code you have to write. Let's see about Java. In Java, also writing such many codes, so many codes. Class public static void main, system.out.println. The same thing. The output will be hello. But let us see about Python. Nothing. Simply use print hello. That's all. So from this we conclude that Python is the most simplest programming language. Time will be saved. In a quick time, you can develop a big application. So thank you for watching this session. I'll also upload the upcoming sessions very soon. Thank you and God bless you.